Hello and welcome back. We're on KSP again, and it took not just restarting KSP, and the first thing I loaded was the tracking station and this ship, but it took restarting my computer itself to fix the sodding issue with this part here, and the textures that are constantly just going white. So I'm guessing that's the only real solution I have at the moment for that texture problem until it gets patched. So, here we have the KS4C. This was the one I was talking in the last video about, the one that had the damage. Yeah, as you can see, well, we're missing a part of the craft. It's an important part. So what I've done is left it here. But yeah, this is the one that has the fuel as the cargo. It's actually still got a fair bit on. Okay, it's got none there. It's got a little bit in there, but that tank's full, yeah. So that's actually there as a little station, really, if you want to dock onto it when going around a minute. If you need some fuel, reasonable price, you know. Anyway, right, today, after doing that last episode with the shuttle, I realised there was a pretty big issue in the design. Now, it's only been actually in use. It's only been what's the word? I forget the term, but it's only actually been used for not very long, and it's been working really well, and it's put up those satellites and everything. But I have seen those issues that it has regarding the weight and lift, and it really isn't. It really needs to be changed. So, like before, I think I'll go for a Mark III cockpit. I mean, I did go for a Mark II on my what was it? Second shuttle? No, third shuttle. But it's too small. I want something big that can have big cargo. So I'm going to go for the Mark III cockpit, new one of course. So, another idea I also had as well is, if I can find the piece, here it is. Again, I want to go for a large cargo bay. I'm not going to go small anymore on this, it's literally going to be like big ships. Another idea, yes, I was going to flip this upside down actually. Interesting. Well, the thing is, it was a bit of a safety issue really, because if the shuttle has a problem, and it needs to abort its launch sequence and fly back down, that weight in there is just... it ruins the centre of mass. Now, in previous shuttles, I think the Mark III Kerbin shuttle, the centre of lift and mass, it was all around the middle of the cargo area anyway, so it didn't matter, but in this case the cargo area is so big that it really does make a difference where the cargo is. So, of course we can still actually take the cargo out when it's on the bottom here. It doesn't actually make any difference. In fact, it makes it easier really, because I don't have the dorsal fins of the tail in the way. If I need to come back down to Kerbin after launching and something goes seriously wrong, I can actually drop the cargo out like this, surely, that's the plan. Could also use it as a bombing device if I really wanted to, but let's not start a war yet. Wow, if you can hear that in the background, that's the rain on my window. It really is raining hard here. I live in England, by the way, so this is just your daily weather. So, as before, I'm actually basing this off of the Mark IV quite a lot. I'm going to have the standard docking port there. Look at that junior one. I don't think I've ever used the junior docking port, ever, and I've played this game for some time now. What does it look like? It's just mini. It's adorable. I think maybe on the nose... I don't know. Would this be an opportunity to... No, it's too small, unless I get an adapter. Be a bit messy. God, that rain really is coming down outside. Yeah, I think as before I'm going to go for a shielded docking port on the front. Yeah, just make it easier, really. It kind of gives it that sort of curve anyway, even though it's not right with the colour pattern. Okay, and like before I would go, I think it's in the fuel tanks. Is it the C7? Nope, too small. Wait, was it? Was it just too far away? No, it's too small. Actually, it's a bit of both. Here we are. Mark III to 2.5 meter adapter. Now, I would use the slanted one because it actually looks like an aircraft, like you'd see flying around in the sky, sort of. But this produces an issue with the centre of thrust because it won't be in a line with the centre of mass. So once you're in space, and also kind of when if you're flying as well, once you're in space, you launch that engine, it's going to sort of make torque and it's going to just try and turn the shuttle around, and it's just, yeah, it's going to be crappy. Right, I'm going to put a senior docking port in behind as well, like before. That was quite a good idea for big loads. I've also used, say on that fuel tank one earlier on, senior one on one end of the load, and actually tried to sort of get the standard one to dock on there as well. Oh, what do I do with the landing gear now though? That presents another issue. Alright then, well no, okay, I can figure this out. We need some steps of course, so they can actually get out of the aircraft. Or rather back in, when they fall out, inevitably. I have to line these up nicely. That looks good to me. Now actually extend the ladder, let me guess it's going in, yeah. Oh, could you use these new things? Yes. This one here. Here we go. I never use these because I'm so used to the old stuff. Alright, that looks good to me. Can I close that and see what it looks like? Oh, it looks brilliant. Does it affect them both? Yes, brilliant. Okay, so the ladder's right. Safety parachute as before, on top. Oh, two of them. Ooh. It's going to get a bit too safe. What am I talking about? Actually, that looks cool on the sides. It covers up the badge a little bit. I'm just using this retro KSP one. There it is in the background at the moment, because I have, as usual, not figured out what, whatever you call it, what flag I'm going to use. I mean, if anyone sends in the flag, I'll consider using it, but no one's going to do that because my videos aren't popular. Okay, science. Let's stick a comms array on, like before. Let's have it facing the correct way. I like it facing the other way. I can't remember if that actually matters. That's nice. Did I have anything else particularly important on the front, other than like wheels, I suppose? Do I put... You know what, actually I will, because last time I seem to remember this shuttle crashing occasionally. Like, just due to me. Oh no! Speaking of crashing, damn it! Dear squad, please sort this, because it sucks. Thank you. Okay, let's carry on. Hopefully the textures haven't decided to do the thing, you know? Oh god, I hope my shuttle actually saved itself as well. Will it be auto-saved ship? I don't know, because I didn't leave the spaceplane hangar. Load, auto-save, 24 parts in one stage. That is promising. Oh no, it's crashed again. What a surprise. Okay, we can try one more time. I'm going to do the old load up the tracking station first, because it's really not enjoying playing right now. Okay, open up tracking station. In fact, load up that damaged old shuttle. Oh, please be textured. Middle bit, please. It's not! Alright, I'm going to have to restart my computer again. Right, hang on. It might work this time. Okay, so now we're going to find out if that autosaved ship was my ship. Or... Oh, no it's not. Wait, what? Alright, I guess I clicked on the wrong one. That was one of the escape pods from Excalibur. What? I definitely click on autosaved ship. It brings up... It actually says Excalibur. No! Wait, untitled? No, it's 2 stages. It can't be. What the hell's this? Oh, that's that VTOL experiment. That didn't work. Alright then, well I'm just going to quickly remake it and then carry on recording. Damn. Okay, it's worked so far. I've more or less copied it. The ladders on the front didn't go on very straight, but as good as I can get it really. Yes, I just need to rename it and save it, because always save your work, people. Right. Carbon Shuttle Mark 5 A. This is the A model. Okay, alright, let's carry on. Where was I? Yeah, okay, I was going to put the struts on the inside. Now I was actually saying, before I got rudely interrupted, that, yes, I've had issues with this shuttle, well, the older shuttle before, where it may have potentially crashed, and then it kind of splits into bits all over the crash site. So I'm going to click and it hopefully won't crash. It didn't crash, okay, we're good. Just going to put some structure in here to sort of strengthen it. Unless what I'm clicking on there, which may be true, is the is just this cargo bay. I might just be strutting the cargo bay to itself, so whoops if that's the case. In that case I'll actually stick some on the outside as well. Oh cool, you can stick it to where it is when it's open. That's stupid, but yeah, cool. Let's do that. I think that's done it. You never really know with these struts, to be honest. Let's try not to get it in the way of the ladder. That one looks a bit naff, but it works. Yeah, okay, cool. Nice, look at that. It's like a ship. Of course it's a ship. It's like a water ship. That is the technical term. Right. I'll go for another skipper engine because I think the mainsail one's a bit like fuel-eaty. A bit too big as well. What does it look like anyway? That's way too big. Look at that. Clearly Kerbals are compensating for something with that. Then if we go for the poodle one, well, it fits it nicer, but it won't deliver any real power. Right, let's stick on centre of mass, centre of lift, centre of thrust. There's no lift currently because there's no wings. Now, what else needs to go on this thing? Well, wings, I guess, I suppose, would be the first option. We could put landing gear... I don't know. What's the best way of doing this? Because the wings are going to be level, like, along the centre. So the landing gear won't reach unless I stick it on, like, sticks. It really won't work very well. Let's go ahead and put the wings in. Right, how should I do this? Right, the centre of mass is all the way back there. Oh, yes. Before I do this, let's do it with an empty tank. What's this like? Let's put the symmetry on. Could go over a wing like this. It's going to be more like a normal aircraft like this. Unless I put on... Oh, it's doing it like that. That is probably why I have only one set on the previous one, because of that. Pfft, how stupid does that look? Oh, can I change that? Oh, that looks terrible. And it starts messing up the centre of lift. Why? Why does it look so stupid? And it doesn't work properly. Oh hey, that looks good. Let's do a whisker design. I've set myself up for it as well, brilliant. Nice. I do like that. It also gives a nice bit of control on the nose. You get a lot more leverage really. I might be able to move these wings back then. I do like it when the wings are quite far back. It sort of mimics the real counterpart. Right, I'm going to pause the recording here. Carry on in a sec. Wow, look at that. Those wings are huge. This thing's going to fly brilliantly. It's quite sleek as well. I mean, look at the tail. Look at that. Brilliant. I like it. I don't know, the wings look a bit funny though. They're kind of like a paper airplane. They sort of need a bit more of that. It's kind of affecting this lift a little bit. Let's reverse all of these. Because style is an important factor of shuttle creation. That's cool. But it needs some more around the front now. This is the problem with making things that you actually want to fly. What's this? Oh wow. Wait, is that what I used on? No, it wasn't. I will carry on working. Okay, so we're actually getting somewhere now. I've put some bits and bobs on the shuttle. I've just put the landing gear on, and as we put it down, as you can see, the front gear does actually touch down just before the rear, which is kind of useful really, because it'll be slightly nose up. Then again, I suppose it's not going to be taking off from the runway, but you know, it's a handy feature. I've put these lights on as well, and you'll notice that some of them face one way, some of them face another. These ones are just sort of lighting up in front of you, like the runway, whatever. Kind of what the landing gear lights do anyway, but these ones are nicer. These ones are for when the shuttle is coming down at night and we don't actually know where it is, it's just somewhere over Kerbin, which has happened so many times to me, and they're going to be really useful in making it safer. We've got the same old stuff as before really. We got the whiskers on the front like my previous shuttles. The wings now look like this, which I think is cool. It's going to be pretty good at gliding. I'm pretty sure we've got all that really matters. I've taken off the science equipment because there's no need really, because the shuttle's going like around Kerbin, that's it. It doesn't really go any further than that. We got the computer control on the back here, same as before. Since the cargo bay opens upside down, we've put the antenna dish things here. What would you call those? Communitron, alright. There's 2 of those now, and they're on the top. Of course, only to be used in space, because they sort of affect the airflow over the aircraft. Apart from that though, that's just about it really. I think I might go for a test flight, but I won't put anyone on board. I'm just going to have a look through the parts again just to check I haven't missed anything important. And then I'll get going. Okay, here we are on the runway. I've made a couple of adjustments since I stopped recording. Put in a few struts, because you can never have too many struts. And put in some static solar panels on the back and on the front. And I've also shifted. I did have these solar panels as usual on the edges of the wings. I also had one that came out on the bottom as well, but I thought if you're on the ground and you want to use them, it'd be a bit of a faff choosing which one. So I just stuck them on the side there. So let's see how that all works. So this should be solar panels. Yep, there we are. All of those are working together nicely. I'm going to go and stick those back in. Come on. There you go. What does number 2 do? That opens up the ladders. Nice. I didn't put anything for the those dishes. Damn. What did I put for number 3? I don't think I did anything for number 3 in the end. Yeah, I was going to go for the docking port, but there's no point really. Right, so nobody is on board on this current mission. Crap. I've staged it wrong. Alright, the parachutes have been used. That's something I need to actually do, is sort out the staging here, because now none of these parachutes will work. But whatever. If I turn the lights on, it's going to be hell of a bright. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, because the landing gear has got its own lights. Right, so let's turn on SAS. We do have resources, we're fine, because it's daytime. Let's go. I've fueled it up now, so the centre of mass... Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy... Alright. Can't switch off SAS either because there's no one in control. Holy sh... Needless to say, something went wrong. Where was that? There we go. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Well, let's clean up the mess and we'll see... I'll try again and see if I can actually figure out what happened. Okay, so I've also fixed the staging as well now. Let's turn SAS off this time. I was just saying, yeah, it's got fuel in it, so the centre of lift, centre of mass, blah 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 isn't right, but I still don't know. And once that initial explosion happens, I can't actually control it because the computer module is on the back and actually disconnects from the whole craft. Well, this is no good. This I can't use. This is just a load of rubbish. This should actually still be able to... no. I still have control though. There we go. I can use the landing gear because the control unit is actually here and it's still connected. That's cool, and it's charging as well. And it's got batteries. Alright then, well I'm going to have to try and figure out what's wrong with the shuttle. I will finish the video here because it's getting long and I need to go to work in a bit, so... Yes, let's go and sort this out. So, just keep on watching guys.